Hi everyone! Today I'm going to do a quick review of the Huda Beauty Khaki Haze palette and show you the demo of the look that I've posted on Instagram. A few weeks ago I received a PR package from Huda with the new Haze Obsessions collection. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have caught me saying that these are a bit different than her new Obsessions palettes. The formula is a bit thinner and might be a bit tricky to work with. And it's not her best formula, but I really like this color story. Anyway, Khaki Haze is the best one in my opinion, and this first shade that I swatched is probably my favorite from the palette, even though it looks like any other gold. I'll show you in comparison swatches what I mean. And here are all of the swatches. Just keep in mind that I am indeed a pale person. I'm around NC13 in MAC and I have a warm olive undertone, so everything looks pretty dark on me. And here's how that gold shades compare to some other golds from my collection. I know that some of them don't look as gold, but I was just going quickly through my palettes and swatching the gold shades that I thought some of you might be familiar with. So from left to right, we have the light gold shade from the Too Faced Born This Way palette. The second one is Natasha Denona gold shade from the Mini Gold palette. The third one is the gold shade from the Pat McGrath Nocturnal Nirvana. The next one is also Pat McGrath from Divine Rose 2. Then that peachy gold shade is from a Natasha Denona Biva palette. Then we have the gold shade from the ABH Soft Glam palette. Next shade is the gold shade from the Huda Topaz palette. Second to last is Charlotte Tilbury gold shade from the Rebel palette. And the last one is that greenish gold from the Khaki Haze palette. Okay, let's jump into the tutorial. I'm starting with the cream eyeshadow. These Laura Mercier caviar sticks are amazing, you don't need any primer underneath, but if you have extremely oily lids, put the thinnest amount of the primer beforehand. Here I'm using a goat hair brush, but don't do that. If you're using such a bulletproof product that needs an oil-based remover, you're gonna have a bad time cleaning that brush, like I did. It's easier if you just use the synthetic brush. They are much easier to clean and they blend just as well. Then I'm tightlining my upper waterline. I never skip this step because I hate when you can see the skin behind the lashes. Then I'm taking a bigger brush and setting my brow bone with some Hourglass Ambient powder. Here I'm using the Brush Stash Precise Powder brush. Shimmer shades from Huda are usually best applied with the finger. If you don't use a cream eyeshadow, put some slightly sticky base, something like a glitter primer. This way you can avoid a lot of fallout. With the detail brush, I'm taking that duochrome shade and putting it in my inner corner and inner part of the lid. These shimmer shades are super sparkly, so don't use a fluffy brush. Fluffy brush! Anyway, dense brushes and fingers are the way to go. Then with the bigger blending brush, I'm using the lightest matte shade from the palette as my transition. And to elongate my eyes, I'm blending that shade towards my temples. With a smaller blending brush and the matte green shade, I'm deepening the outer corner and I'm connecting it with the transition shade. Then with the detail brush, similar to that Huda one, I'm finishing the lower lash line. It's important to have a bit denser brush for this part because that way you can avoid the fallout. For that contrasting wing liner, I'm taking the Melt Cosmetics gel eyeliner in the shade Burnish, and I'm taking the precise angled brush from Zoeva. By the way, this eyeliner is one of my favorite products from my collection because the color is amazing and it can be easily used for dramatic looks like this and also for everyday looks as a pop of color, for example. This eyeliner is one of my holy grail products. The shade is so unique and the formula is amazing also. It glides on like a dream. And once it sets, it doesn't go anywhere. Before finishing the lashes, I'm taking some Armani Power Fabric Concealer and I'm setting it with Hourglass Veil Powder. You can see that I'm not using a big amount because I really hate when my under eyes look cakey. And now I'm bringing some life back into my face. I'm reusing this new Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. It has this beautiful highlighting shade that I'm using, and I'll also use this blush, which is kind of a rosy pink shade. It also contains this shimmery bronzer that I'm not sure if I could pull off, and the finishing powder that I did use in the beginning of the tutorial. I'm finishing up the look with just a couple of individual lashes. I didn't feel like applying those full strip mink lashes that I usually wear with these kinds of looks. They look great on the camera, but I was wearing this look for the rest of the day, so I wanted to be as comfortable as possible. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you like it, and I'll see you next time.